The event in my life that most affected my spiritual walk, something that actually happened very recently. About a month ago, on February 1st, I had a cornea transplant in my right eye. I've had horrible eyesight my whole life. I won't really get into that, but the latest thing was my right eye, the cornea was failing, which means transplant. And with corneas, you kind of need them, so it can't come from a live donor like some things like a kidney can. That meant that I was going to be getting something from someone who had passed away. And so I had to come to terms with that someone was going to die and then give me a cornea. I had my eye appointment with my doctor, and he said, okay, we're gonna go ahead and schedule surgery. It's gonna be 3 weeks from now, and then you'll have your cornea transplant. In the car ride home, it really just hit me. I mean, I've known this is coming for years, but now it's actually happening. And as I'm sitting in the car thinking about, okay, this person is going to die, and I know when they're going to die because a cornea is only viable for about 12 days maximum, which means unlike a kidney donor, I have a time frame. Like usually like a kidney or heart, they call you and you go to the hospital right away. I didn't. I had a set date because eyes don't have to match. So I was thinking about this donor and praying for them, and then all of a sudden it hit me that this person who I've never met, that I know nothing about, I don't know their lifestyle, I don't know their religion, I don't know their marital status, if they have kids, I know nothing about them. In their death, they're choosing to give me this gift of a cornea. They're giving me my sight back. I did nothing to deserve it. I didn't buy it. I didn't earn it. It had nothing to do with how good I was or what kind of a person I am or what they are. They just chose to give this to me. And I realized that's what God has done for us. His gift of Christ's death on the cross, our salvation, it's nothing that we did. We didn't do anything to earn it. We weren't good enough. It wasn't because we knew Jesus beforehand and he was a friend. It's because he loved us and he sacrificially gave his life for us. I mentioned before, I've had eyesight problems my whole life, and I always begged God to heal me. I wanted to be like the man in John 9 or John 11, the blind man that Jesus heals on this, who called out to him. I wanted to be that person. Like, God, how cool would it be that you chose to heal me? Like, I'm a miracle. I can go and be this big miracle person and say, hey, Jesus saved me. He healed my eyes. Like, how cool would that be? And God was always like, no, that's not what I have for you. That's not what I have for you. And I realized after I had this surgery that this is what God has for me. My story isn't some big healing moment. It's that God allowed these things to happen in my life to bring me to this point that I would understand what his salvation meant on a deeply personal level. And I get to share that with you guys. And so that's where I am, and that's my story.